Welcome to video 14 in the Bible study that I wrote entitled, Your Journey to Perfect Peace. This is the last video in chapter 3, titled Enjoy God. I want to end this chapter by reading to you an article by Anita Alexander. It's titled, Your Highest Calling. Your highest calling is to get to know Him. Because how can you enjoy God if you do not know Him? So if you want to, just close your eyes right now while I read this article to you and really pay attention to the words. It's powerful, and I pray that that God speaks to you through this article. So here's the article. For those who desire intimacy with the Lord and to truly be a friend of God, herein lies the secret. There is no greater goal, no greater vision than to know Him. While talking to one of our interns the other day, I asked the question, what is your vision? What goals are in front of you? To my delight and greatest surprise, she answered me, to be a friend of God. You could have blown me over with a feather. I said to her, guard this vision with your life for the rest of your life. You see, I've been doing ministry for the good part of 22 years, and most people who feel called of God are in pursuit of their calling. They somehow think the prize is to fulfill their calling and to attain to something of notoriety, status, or title. This focus is self-led and motivated and won't stand the test of time. If we are to endure to the end, He must be our prize and portion. To know Him, Paul said, was the prize and the high calling. Philippians 3:14. You may have a calling to fulfill in this earth, but for what purpose? If it is self-centered, even in the name of Christ, it carries very little eternal value. I want to pursue the highest of callings, to know Him. It is a high calling because you have to leave the things of this earth to pursue it. You see, Jesus actually told those who pursued their callings to depart from them because He didn't know them. They prophesied in His name and did miracles in His name, but were called workers of iniquity and told to depart from Him. Matthew 7:23. That's pretty heavy. To hear those liquid gold words, well done, thou good and faithful servant, enter into thy rest, are for those who pursue the higher calling, to know Him, leaving and forgetting all that which lays behind and pressing on toward the prize. For the longest time, I always thought those words meant leaving my past behind and not rehearsing it and getting on with my walk with the Lord. But it doesn't only mean that. What is behind is those things that are of earthly value are left behind as you ascend in pursuit to know Him. You cannot stay earthly bound and focused when you pursue Him. As your mind is set upon Him, you come higher above the dictates of this realm. That which once held importance is now insignificant. That which used to act as a hurricane of terror and move your heart to fear and anxiety is now reduced to a slight, breezy whisper fizzling out as perfect peace acts like a guard as you continue to fix your gaze on Him. You see, the pursuit to know Him draws you to where He sits, and that is at the right hand of the Father above all principalities, powers, and rulers of darkness. That is where He is, and so are we. That is the high call, to know Him, and in knowing Him, you will reflect Him and give glory to the Father. In knowing Him, you will fulfill all you are designed and created to do, and possibly more. You can't help but move in signs and wonders and miracles if you know the author of such. Seek not to fulfill your calling and be all you are created to be, but rather seek first to know Him who wrote the blueprint of your book and has numbered your days. Seek His ways and His mind, and you won't be able to help fulfill your calling. Fulfilling your destiny is but only a byproduct of knowing Him. May He always be your prize and portion, and may we hear the golden words, well done, thou good and faithful servant. I pray that has blessed you. Listen to it over again. Let it sink in your soul. Let God speak to you through it. The next video will start on the next chapter, which let me tell you what it's titled. It is titled, Chapter 4, Remember the Cross.